Give yourself this opportunity to closing the eyes, to roll your shoulders back, to give yourself a moment to settle. To find a bit of softness in your hips. And a slightly relaxed jaw. As your mind begins to focus on your current rhythm of breathing. And to simply concentrate on this gentle movement of your breath. To connect with your mind, body, and spirit. A sort of initiation into your practice. And before we begin to create a bit of unison with each other, allow the mind to focus on an intention that perhaps you would like to set on your practice today. And it can be as simple as just acknowledging intrusive thoughts, whatever those may be. So we'll begin to create a rhythm with our breathing, just to create some now unison with each other. And I'm going to refrain from counting. We'll just come into a steady flow and a steady rhythm. So let's find a comfortable breath in and a comfortable breath out, and we'll create a bit more length here as you inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then we'll invite some movement. Inhale, wide spread arms. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Let's connect this movement with this rhythm. Inhale. And exhale. Just last round here. Inhale. And exhale. Let's just release the hands to the tops of the knees. Begin to round out through your back as you roll your shoulders forward and draw the chin in towards your chest. And once your next inhale presents itself, roll the shoulders back as you reach your heart and chin forward. So try and slow down our breathing as you exhale. Create this roundness in your back. Create length with your inhale as you just reverse this motion. Just a couple more rounds here. Exhale. Invite a bit of softness in your gaze. Inhale. Last round. Exhale. And inhale. And we'll just bring your torso back in through a neutral position as you find widespread arms, just a shoulder width apart. Release the left hand to open up through your right side body. We're going to create movement with our lifted arms. So when you come into your exhale, bend the elbow in towards your hip. And inhale, just windmill the arm up and over. Just inviting the bicep beside the ear. And exhale, create that movement, lowering the arm. Inhale, up and over. Exhale. And inhale. Just one more round. Exhale. And inhale. And from here, we're just going to lower the right arm onto the mat as you take a gentle hinge over your left thigh. Try and encourage a bit of a heavy head here, maybe giving it just a gentle sway from side to side. Give yourself an opportunity to observe that gentle twist in the abdomen as you settle into this hinge forward. As you give yourself a moment to soften your body. And to, again, just find that focus of your breath. The softness throughout your face. And we'll walk our hands now just straight out in front of you. Finding the hands to about shoulder width apart, and with a nice deep breath in, draw into the hands and feel the tailbone reaching towards the mat behind you. And when you settle into your exhale, just try to encourage a bit of a heavy head and a rounded back. Inhale, encourage drawing into the hands, tailbone making its way to the mat. And exhale as you soften yourself. And we're slowly going to rise the torso upright, just finding the spine stacking and giving the shoulders just a comfortable roll back. And we'll inhale, take wide spread arms, shoulder width apart as you release the right hand and open up through the left side body. And right away with your exhale, bend your elbow into your hip. Inhale, rise it up and over, bicep towards the ear. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Just one more round. Exhale. And inhale. And we'll lower the left arm onto your mat. Notice that hinge, that gentle twist of the abdomen. And encourage a bit of a heavy head. Maybe allow the head to gently sway from side to side. Give a moment to soften. To create a bit of release in your hips. And we'll slowly walk your hands back out in front of you. This time, let's make our way into tabletop. So as you walk the hands further out in front of you, the knees begin to release, and you're settling on to all fours here. Making sure that you're evenly drawing into the hands, spreading them nice and wide. And let's extend your right leg back here, just coming onto the ball of the big toe. And reaching out through the heel to find that flex all the way into the glute as well. Let's encourage the navel to the spine, and with an inhale, let's lift your right leg just so that it's in line with your hips, so not going too high here. Let's hold ourselves in this position, just thinking about how you're continuing to engage the navel to the spine. Equal weight in the hands. And a nice flex in the glute and in the foot. Take a moment, if the eyes aren't already closed, to close them here. Really get a sense of your balance and your use of controlling the muscles to stabilize yourself here. And we'll lower the right foot back down. If you need to relieve some tension from the wrist, then you can shake the hands out. Coming back into your tabletop and extending now the left leg back. Just pause for a moment here, finding that flex in the left leg and lifting the leg in line with the hip. Navel to the spine, equal weight in your hands. Remaining with that nice flex throughout your left leg. Soften the muscles in your face. Perhaps closing the eyes. Just continue to observe this sense of stability. Maintain your strength. And we'll slowly lower the left knee right back onto your mat. Just take a moment, shake out the hands as need be. And we're going to find a downward dog here. So tuck your toes and lift the hips up and back. Let's invite stillness in your downward dog. So wherever you have landed, just choose to remain there in stillness. Allow yourself to observe where you have landed and why. To connect with your body. And the loss of focus of your breath. All the sensations that present themselves. Remain aware. Allow your mind to fall into a meditative state. Until you can connect with that nice rhythm with your breath again. We're going to move into a bit of a flow here just to connect our breath with our body a bit more. So with an inhale, let's come forward back into your tabletop. As you exhale, let's settle into a cat as you begin to round out through your back. From your cat, let's come into extended child's pose as you sink the hips towards the heels and find a heavy head. With your inhale, let's move forward right away into your cow as you drop the belly and reach the heart and chin forward. And with an exhale, we'll settle back, downward dog. So let's find length with your breathing here. Let's take one full breath in your downward dog. We'll inhale, come forward, tabletop. Exhale, cat, as you sink the hips towards the heels. Inhale, find your cow. Exhale, find your downward dog. Let's walk your feet towards your hands. Just looking for our standing forward fold here as you inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to forward fold. And give yourself a moment just to enjoy this forward fold. Finding a moment of stillness here. A moment to connect with observing your body. As you invite that nice bend into your knees and nice and slowly roll the spine here. Just giving the shoulders that comfortable roll back, and choose to remain with eyes closed here. As you get this sense of your body in an upright position, a sense of your thoughts, your breathing. And now let's step the left foot out to the left, and we're going to make our way into a warrior one here. So right foot's at a 45-degree angle. You're facing the back edge of your mat. Bring your hands here towards the hips just to give the shoulders a roll back and to get that sense of your hips remaining square to the short edge of your mat. As you now find that nice bend into the left knee, reach out into the edge of your right foot. This will stabilize yourself within the shape. As you shift your gaze from your floor up to where the wall and the ceiling meet, we'll release the hands and find widespread arms to shoulder width apart. Just hold yourself here. Observe your body, and perhaps for a moment close the eyes to get a sense of that strength drawing down into the legs. We're going to transition right away here into a warrior two. So let's take our hands into a T position as you just heel toe the right foot. So it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. And heel toe the left so that the heel is in line with the arch of the right. Hands are in your T and the shoulders are over your hips. And you may have lost that bend in the left knee, but find a nice deep bend there. But keep the shoulders over the hips, so you're almost reaching back with the right hand. Just allow yourself a moment to really be in the posture. Not thinking about too much other than how you're engaging with your body. And we'll bring your hands here into your hips, straightening the left leg, paralleling the left foot here. Inhale to lift up through your heart, and exhale to take a hinge forward into a wide-legged forward fold, releasing the hands and finding a soft bend into the knees. Just take a moment here to just establish a bit of a heavy head. A moment to engage into the pinky toe edges of both of your feet. And to take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale. Let's take a moment to just heel toe your feet a bit closer to each other. Enough so that you can find a deep bend now and slowly arrive with your hips back towards your hands as you rise your torso back upright. And just give yourself a moment to pause here and again close the eyes to get a sense of the shift of energy. You're going to find that sequence on the opposite side, so let's face the front edge of your mat now. Left foot's at about that 45-degree angle, hands remain at the hips, roll the shoulders back, and bend into your right knee now. And with that bend into the right, reach into the edge of the left. So you shift your gaze from the floor up to where your wall and ceiling meet. And we'll release the arms and find wide spread as the arms come to shoulder width apart. Hold yourself here. Just get a sense of your body. Sense of the hips. And close your eyes to really get a sense of your strength. And we'll now transition Warrior Two. Hands into your T. Heel toe the left foot so it's parallel with the back edge. The right so that the heel is in line with the arch. Reach back with the left hand as you bend into the right knee. Just hold yourself here. Let your body find these gentle adjustments as you observe yourself and your uniqueness. Notice the eyes and their wideness. Can you soften them a bit here? As you now bring your hands back to the hips, straighten your right leg. Find that wide-legged forward fold once again. As you parallel the feet and inhale just to lift up through your heart. And exhale to take that nice and slow hinge forward. Releasing the hands and maybe inviting a bit of movement here as you gently sway from side to side. Bending into one knee and into the other. And we'll heel toe our feet now back to coming a bit more closer together as you take a nice deep bend into the knees. And slowly rise the spine here, one vertebra at a time as you roll the shoulders back. Let's come back into the top of your mat, finding your Swamasthiti. And right away we'll inhale, find wide spread arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Right foot steps back first, and then the left. And now let's lift the hips up and back, downward dog. From our downward dog, inhale, come forward into tabletop. Exhale, find your cat as you sink the hips towards the heels. Inhale, find your cow as you reach the heart and chin forward. And exhale. Let's take downward dog one more time just to let the hips sway, let the head gently nod from side to side. Just to loosen up your body here. And when you are ready, let's find child's pose now. Take any variation that you're comfortable with. As always, let's make a point of the head resting on something, whether that's a prop or stacking the fists. Just as long as it's resting on that area where the forehead and hairline meet. Pause for a moment to truly observe your body. Even if there is comfort there, the discomfort discomfort always speaks a bit more loudly than the comfort. But consciously allow your body to soften. And we'll slowly transition into table, just to release the legs out in front of you and come to lay flat on your back. When you come to lay on your back, try to remain with the chin glued towards the chest. Let's take a moment to have the legs straight onto your mat and allow them to be as wide as your mat, so that the toes fall away from each other and the palms face the ceiling. Observe your back here. How does it feel? Can you get a sense of the muscles in your face really beginning to soften here? And your breathing, transitioning from a bit more of a jagged rhythm to a bit of a slower pace. And when you are ready, to invite your knees into your chest. Just invite the hands to the tops of the shins and give the knees a gentle sway from side to side. And from here, let's lower the hands back onto your mat as you extend your legs towards your ceiling. So if there's a bit too much pressure onto your back here, you can walk your hands underneath your hips. So we want to keep our legs nice and active here. So let's keep the legs nice and zippered into each other. Check in with the back of your neck, and this is going to slowly be what we focus on, is the legs remaining glued into each other. So you hold yourself here. Let's connect with inviting a bit of calmness into the mind. So you find a nice inhale and exhale. Inhale. Keep the legs nice and glued to each other. Don't lose that. And exhale. Just one more breath. And we'll release the knees back into your chest. Give the lower back some love. Let's find some small circles here. And go in the opposite direction, just for balance. And we're going to lower the soles of the feet onto your mat at about hip width apart, arms alongside the body. You want to be able to graze the back of the heels with your fingers as we move into our bridge. So when we come into our bridge, let's create a bit of movement at first. So with an inhale, draw into the forearms and slowly lift your hips. You don't want to move too quickly. You want to get a sense of how your body's responding in the knees and the hips. and the tops of the thighs. And now let's slowly lower the hips right back down. So let's create some length with your breathing here. When you are ready, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Just one more round. Inhale. And exhale. And if you can, straighten your legs back onto your mat, keeping them as wide as you can. And let the arms a good distance from the body, the palms facing the ceiling. Check in with the back of your neck and just give yourself a moment in pausing here. Relaxing the body. Just observing the mind. And coming back into your breath. And when you are ready, let's bend your right knee into your chest. Hands interlaced to the top of the shin. Just hold yourself here. Let's take a deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From here, we're going to take the left hand to the outer right knee and just lower the right hand onto your mat. And let's slowly guide the right knee through midline towards the left. Maybe you fully come onto your left side body. And just hold yourself in a space where you can get that nice stretch in the outer right hip. And we'll slowly invite the knee in through center. We'll just switch up the hands. So the right hand's to the inner left knee as you just take that external rotation. And we'll bring the right foot and knee back in through center, just straightening it back onto your mat to meet the left. Legs are, again, nice and wide. Chin tucks in slightly, and you're going to notice a difference between one side of your body compared to the other. So let's concentrate solely on that. And we'll bend the left knee now into the chest. Hands to interlace onto the shin and just hold yourself here. Let's take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's release the left hand onto your mat, right hand to the outer left knee. So you just draw the knee through midline towards the right, maybe fully coming on to the right side of your body. Just holding yourself in this space. And we'll slowly bring the left knee in through center and switch up the arms. Take that external rotation in the left hip. And as you bring the foot and knee back in through center, just straighten your left leg onto your mat for a moment. Palms to face the ceiling, chin to tuck in slightly. Just a moment to observe here. Get a sense of your body. And we'll come into a seated position to work on a straight leg forward fold. So bending your knees, draw the arms up overhead, and roll onto one side as you make your way into your seated position with the legs extended out in front of you. So options here, if straight-legged really isn't comfortable for you, you want a bit more of a relaxed forward fold, you can always bend your knees and just drape your torso over the thighs as you find a heavy head. You're losing the stretch in the legs, but at least you're getting a good stretch into your back. If the legs are straight, just ensure you're grabbing hold of something to pull your torso forward. So whether that's the ankles, the big toes, or if you want to go deeper, the edges of your feet. Wherever you have chosen to land in stillness with your body, commit to that stillness. Commit to creating that softness throughout your face. So that we can come back into a nice rhythm with our breath. This connection with each other. As you fall into an exhale, we'll inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. And we'll nice and slowly just rise your torso upright. Roll the shoulders back, maybe shake out the legs. And let's come back into our cross-legged position. And we'll work a bit more on some pranayama exercises here. So invite the hands to the tops of the knees. Close the eyes just to get a sense of your body. Try to just invite that bit of softness throughout your face. And we're going to work on some breath retention. So we'll inhale and hold the top of that breath and fall into an exhale. So let's take a comfortable breath in here. And a comfortable breath out. And we'll inhale. Hold. Exhale. And just let your breath be nice and comfortable here. Maybe make some gentle adjustments in your body, but try to remain with eyes closed. And we'll right away now move into alternate nostril breathing. So bringing the right hand to the bridge of the nose. And we'll inhale through both nostrils here. Exhale through both nostrils. And we'll close the right inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. And as you inhale through your left, close left to exhale through your right. Just release the right hand back down to the thigh. Maybe slightly adjust your body. Just let the effects settle in for a moment here. We'll just release the hands to the outer hips, just staying high on the fingertips as you drop the left ear here to the left shoulder. And just hold yourself here for a moment. And we'll bring your head in through center as you drop now the right ear to the right shoulder. And again, just hold yourself here for a moment. We'll bring your head in through center, and in this next moment of your practice, you can choose just to remain in this seated position, just connecting with your body and your mind for a moment longer. If you would like to make movement, allow that to happen. I like to think of this part of your practice as a Mysore and a way to sort of flex this muscle of your intuition. What is it that you're desiring in this moment? Give yourself this opportunity here to acknowledge your thoughts, your sense of trust in yourself and Just allowing what needs to happen to happen. And give yourself this opportunity now to make your way into your Shavasana, laying nice and flat on your mat. Committing to creating true stillness in your body. An honorable moment to heal, to absorb, to connect. As you let go of any hold that you may have over yourself. And you visualize this white light radiating from the sun, surrounding your entire being. Acknowledge this pure energy as a form of protection around your being, to light and to guard, to rule and to guide, so that in this sacred moment you may simply be. to acknowledge your physical self once again. As this movement naturally comes back into your body. Peace remains within. Strength remains within. And joy radiates freely. As you begin to bend your knees and roll to one side to meet back in a seated position, palms together, a gentle bow. May we take this final moment of your practice today to honor any intention that you may or may not have set at the beginning, to truly find love for your mind, body, and spirit, this journey we are all on, and to extend our love and gratitude outwards to the energies of our earth, air, fire, and water, and to the four directions of north, south, east, and west. May we close respectfully with the sound of Om, followed by an Aum. When you are ready, inhaling deeply. Thank you for sharing your energy today. Namaste.